It's the Adam Calhoun, the simple Adam Calhoun. Music that I like to sing to. It's the Adam Calhoun, the simple Adam Calhoun. Music that I like to sing to. Let's tap into.
You know my squad. You know my squad. I said now ain't nobody messing with my squad. You know my squad. You know my squad.
Subscribe squad is what's up? Scribe squad, like for real though, what's up? It's another day, it's another dollar, and it's time for another freaking reaction, because that is what we do. You look at me and I look at you. You look at me and I look at you. That is what we do. Now, before we go ahead and react to some more Adam Calhoun here on the channel, you should do me a favor, the like button, sub button, bell button, because you can ring my bell. Ring my bell, ring it. That we know every single time, literally every single time I drop a new video. Not only that, but Scribe Squad, we have this goal. We're trying to get to 50k subs. We are on our way to 50k subs. We're killing it. We're crushing it. We're going to get there. Real talk. I have a new album out. It is called 25, 20 songs, 20 music videos coming at you for 20 weeks straight. New music videos dropping this Saturday, of course. Continue to buy this album. When you buy this album, you get a guaranteed reaction video request. So guarantee I react to whatever video it is that you want here on the channel. With that being said, you know we love Adam Calhoun here on the channel. Got an interview with him dropping soon. I already did it. It's on the way. I also got some other special, sauce on the way with him. I ain't gonna say it yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say it yet. But it's big. So you need to be ready for it. You need to freaking be ready for it. But regardless of all the stuff that we have, coming up with Adam Calhoun, cough, cough, hint, hint. Today, it's not about me. Today, not this day. Today it is about Mr. Calhoun himself. Let's tap into this new music video he did. I should probably have it popped up on the screen. Hold on, let me do that part. And it's called The Patriot. Let's go.
I'm supposed to talking shit, supposed to fight. I'm the poster boy for white. You just making noise you like. Mumble on the beat, might as well just annoy the mic. Who wanna go to war with me? Better get your soldiers right. All these gold chains like a cocaine dealer. Spit propane, all the shit you say I ain't feeling. Have my money in the ceiling. I've been making a killing. Ain't a guest in this rap shit, bitch. I own the building. I ran through the shit.
It's crazy that we have these conversations, like me and him, and a lot of I don't even want to a prelude, a lot of the conversation that we have, you know what I'm saying, about his ideals and views and stuff. He's definitely expressing it in this here song. And this is what I find super duper dope. If you'll see a reoccurring theme in the interview once you guys watch it, and it's long, but it's definitely worth it. You'll see that just because you're on the opposite end of the spectrum when it comes to people's views doesn't mean that you can't be friends with them, that you can't like them, that you can't work together, etc. I feel like that's just too much of that going on in America now, where it's well, this person's on the total opposite side of my views. I hate them. That gets us nowhere in society. The best thing we could do is to hear each other out, see if we have some type of middle ground, because I honestly think that a lot of us don't understand that we really have more in common than what we have different. And to continue and listen and have dialogue and love one another. That's really what it boils down to. Love each other because of our differences. That part. But he said he's not a guest in hip hop, and in the interview we tap on this, are white people guests in hip hop? Because hip hop was created, by black people and hip hop culture, so that doesn't mean white people are a guest. And me personally, I don't feel like white people are a guest, especially in the case of country rappers and just people like Adam, because I feel like they're telling their own story. They're just rapping, if that makes any sense. If we look at certain artists, people could say Lil Pump, and I can go on, etc., who have taken the black sound and sold it to a different audience, or predominantly a white audience, and then they're like totally denying the fact that that sound comes from African American people, then you could be like, no, that person is a guest or they're not welcome. Like I could see that argument. But just because somebody's white and they rap doesn't mean that they're pinching off of the culture like of black people. It does not mean that. It's the same thing that like, okay, black people are in opera, black people are in like all types of, genres and things. Like, okay, are we taking off of white culture? Like, no. It, for me, it's more so about that artist, what is it that they're bringing to the table, and etc. Like a lot of the time, and I'm rambling now, but like a lot of the time, like people say that about Eminem. It's like, nah, bro. Eminem is not a guest in hip hop. He's a pillar in hip hop.
Through the shit, earn my stripes. I will not apologize for being white. You can miss me with that race shit. Racist, ain't no color when the bass hits. Face it, fuck around and
ain't no color when the bass hits. Love that line. Music is a unifier of all people.
Fuck around and get a facelift. I ain't hearing what you saying. All them games that you playing leave you laying right there where you stand. Yeah, I ain't never kneeing unless it's God or Jesus. You don't love it, you should leave this land.
Okay, he said he's never kneeing unless it's God or Jesus, and I understand. Like that is his view, that is his perspective, and everybody's entitled to their own perspective. But let me remind you that people who are kneeling are not intending on disrespecting the flag. The initial thing was to bring awareness to police brutality, and there's tons of military people who will say that they don't find it disrespectful in the case of athletes kneeling for the national anthem, because they understand they were trying to bring awareness to a cause and exercise their First Amendment right. Just as much as your First Amendment right to stand for the national anthem, it's your First Amendment right to take a knee, to sit down, do whatever it is that you want for the national anthem, because this is America. We could all have different views. And I don't find it to be disrespectful for kneeling for the flag, nor do I find it to be disrespectful for standing for the flag. And the flag itself means something different for different people. And not only that, it wasn't about the flag, just so that we're clear. We're talking about Colin Kaepernick. It was about the national anthem. He was like, how am I going to stand? And if you look up the original lyrics for the national anthem, you would understand why. How am I going to stand up for something that its original song and the lyrics were derading towards African American people and was talking about slavery? Like, facts. Like, so I understand both sides of the perspective, and just because you stand doesn't make you more American. Just because you knee doesn't make you more American. It's just, you know what I'm saying, everybody has the right to exercise their First Amendment rights. That's where I'm at with it.
I ain't hearing what you saying. All them games that you playing leave you laying right there where you stand. Yeah, I ain't never kneeing unless it's God or Jesus. You don't love it, you should leave this land. I'm supposed to like talk shit, supposed to fight. You ain't even close to right. You know you just a troll, you like wear a mask, burn the flag, fuck police. But I don't see nobody burn that flag in front of me. I'm so proud and I ain't backing down. Bet this gun in my lap already racked with a round. And you can get whacked, you just acting out loud. You think black people proud about what's happening now? Shit, I doubt it. Liberals, yeah.
There's a lot of black people that are proud though, Adam. This is where we disagree. But like I said, it's okay to have a different perspective. There are a lot of people, black people, that are excited, that they feel like there's an awareness going on, that there's positive momentum. Oh, my nose is and stuff. That there are certain things, that are taking place to move towards societal equality in certain issues, whether that's police brutality. And we go in depth and back and forth about this in the interview, so I can't wait for you guys to watch it, like real talk. We go in depth and back and forth about this type of topic. And ultimately, I feel like as Americans, we all should be proud that there is a conversation that is taking place, and whether it's uncomfortable or comfortable for you, there's a conversation that is taking place in America right now where people are either receiving an understanding of what it feels like to be black or a person of color in America. Their perspectives are being opened and hopefully changed. And that is not the only issue in Black America. Police brutality is not the only issue. For me, just as much as we talk about police brutality, I want to talk about, generational wealth, Black ownership of businesses, Black education, like creating a family dynamic within the Black community, taking care of our communities, stopping Black on Black crime. All of those things to me are just as important as us talking about police brutality in Black America. That's my perspective. So I am proud that where the dialogue is happening, and now I feel like now that we have the dialogue, now that we have peaceful protests, because a lot of these protests were peaceful, now it's time to take the next step, and that's moving into action. And the number one thing that everybody could do, if you yourself feel like you're not a racist, you know what I'm saying, you're like, look, I don't understand, like, I'm not this type of person that's being portrayed for white people, blah 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 blah. The number one thing you could do is take participation in your local politics, in your city politics, your state politics. Of course, vote for president, all of that. But your city politics and your state politics is where change actually happens. Make sure that the person who's voted in, because a lot of these positions as police chiefs voted in, is somebody who represents the ideals that you have. Meaning, if you're one of those people who think that Black people shouldn't be treated any differently when it comes to being stopped, or violent searches, or et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I can go on. And make sure that the people you have in your community are going to treat the fellow person of color just as equal as they're going to treat you. You know what I'm saying? Like, vote, and vote some more. And actively participate. We cannot sit up and complain as a society, and just as America in general. If we look at the people who vote compared to the people who don't vote in America, which I'm like, just in general, it's like literally, I think it's like 1/3 of people, and that's terrible. How can we sit up and complain about society, whether it's Black people, white people, I don't care, like, if we're not participating? So if you want to make change, if you feel like, hey man, I'm tired of hearing this because I'm not one of those people who's doing this, then please actively participate in making change and making an effort. And it's free to vote. P.S. Doesn't cost any money. Don't have to donate to any organization. Just vote.
Shit, I doubt it. Liberals yell the loudest. Bunch of white people in the crowd like they bout it. Look, hold tight to your BLM sign. I don't see you in the hood when these little kids dying. I ain't hearing what you.
I mean, and that is a perspective. I disagree with that perspective, because there are organizations who focus strictly on black crime. Black Lives Matter, the hashtag Black Lives Matter, its original focus, so that we're clear, was not on all of the scope of Black people and Black people's issues. It has became that. But the original purpose for Black Lives Matter was specifically about police brutality, just so that we're clear. Like, so to say that you don't see us, when there's Black on Black crime and there's kids dying, I feel like that is an unfair statement. And not only that, there are organizations that are out there specifically in inner cities, owned and ran by Black people, that are trying to fight Black on Black crime. Let's do more research.
I ain't hearing what you saying. All them games that you playing leave you laying right there where you stand. Yeah, I ain't never kneeing unless it's God or Jesus. You don't love it, you should leave this land. I ain't hearing what you saying. All them games that you playing leave you laying right there where you stand. Yeah, I ain't never kneeing unless it's God or Jesus. You don't love it, you should leave this land.
To me, what makes Adam so dope is just the raw and authentic. Let me make sure I like the video. You know what I'm saying? The raw and authenticity of his music, and the fact that he has his willingness to share his story, his perspective, and it doesn't come from a place of hate at all. It just comes from a place of, this is his opinion. You know what I'm saying? This is how he feels about these particular topics. If you agree with it, you agree with it. If you don't agree with it, you don't agree with it. And it is what it is. But ultimately, like I said, we need to get to a place in America where it's okay for us to disagree with what somebody has to say. That doesn't mean we can't have, some type of an understanding, and we can still be friends. Like, facts. That part. Double that part. All right, let me know what we're reacting to next on the channel with the like button, sub button, bell button. Like, you gotta go.